Hi everyone, Alexandra here with MDPen. Thank you for tuning in for this morning's YouTube live video. For today, I wanted to talk about the perfect way to end a facial. And this is going to be the MDPen way to end a facial. I previously did do a Hello MDPen live event on this on Facebook if you guys missed it, but I'm going to kind of go back over these products and how they are the perfect way to end a facial. And when I say facial, this is very broad. So this could be a manual anti-aging vitamin C facial. This could be your hydrodermabrasion, whatever device facial you're using in your practice, ending a cryofacial, an oxygen facial, whatever it may be. But any type of general facial, unless the person has a lot of acne and you really just did like an acne surgery, deep pore facial, then some of these products you would not use in that instance, but that would be in the case of pustular bacterial type acne. So this pertains to pretty much almost every facial otherwise. So when we do a facial, typically there are not many steps, especially as estheticians. We learn in school that there is, a double cleanse, toning, maybe some extractions. If anything, you might throw in a mask, not always. And then going in again and cleaning the skin, maybe adding, radio frequency or high frequency galvanic current, something like this. There's so many different tools now that people have added to facials, ultrasonic scrubbers, ice globes, things like this. But when you get to that last final part of a facial, and a lot of estheticians will keep a cart next to them with all their products, these are the things that you can go ahead and use. So you should have a nice clean face on your patient at this point. If you had applied a mask, perhaps you had just taken that off and cleaned the face again. The first thing you can do when you're ending this facial is going to be to use our HA Copper Mist. This can replace a toner in everyday instances, so it is a good home care product in that sense. It can also be used at the end of the facial, so I'll talk about that as well. But when you're going in to apply and layer these products, we're going to go ahead and do our copper mist first, as if it were a toner. This is very light. It has a low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. It has copper, zinc, and magnesium. The copper is going to have the nice antimicrobial properties, anti-inflammatory properties. The zinc is anti-acne, going to control oil production. The magnesium has elastin, so nice anti-aging aspect there to help with the elastin. And you really don't even have to put your hand over your client's eyes. They can just go ahead and close their eyes and mouth, and you just mist them down. After the mist settles, the next thing you're going to do, we're always going to work in order from thinnest to thickest, especially in this instance of products at the end of a facial. The next thing you're going to do is apply our vitamin C and E brightening serum. We cannot send them out without that antioxidant protection against free radicals, UV damage, and everyone loves a great vitamin C. Ours happens to be two types of vitamin C. This is a 21% C. It does have vitamin E in it. It does have oil from lemon, orange. It has alpha hydroxy acids from fruit enzymes. So very mild, exfoliating component, but it is going to be fruit-based in that sense. Excellent brightening ingredients such as green tea and licorice. So in my personal opinion, this vitamin C does brighten much more than your typical because it does have that green tea and licorice component in it. What's also amazing is there's an ingredient in here called Nutrizen. And Nutrizen is basically a peptide that is linked to a lipid. And this ingredient called Nutrizen calms irritated skin. We wanted to design a vitamin C that people with sensitive skin could use, that people with rosacea could use. And I believe that we did it with this product. So it's our vitamin C and E brightening serum. Now, for a facial, you probably did treat their neck, their décolleté, maybe like the V of their chest. You could do about 4 to 5 drops of our vitamin C onto the skin. If you're gloved, you could do it on the back of your hand first or directly hover over the skin applying this. It is an oil-based vitamin C, which you'll see there. So applying it that way. The vitamin C is going to be a product that they're going to need every day. And often when you're applying products at the end of a facial, it gives your client, customer, patient a moment to kind of ask, hey, what is that? Or I really like that. What's that smell? And it's a great time to be able to talk about that product and tell them that you're using them because these are everyday products. You're not just using it because they paid for this certain facial. These are what you would want them using at home. So great time to talk about that as well with the vitamin C and E. And again, everyone really does need the antioxidant free radical protection. It's really a matter of finding the best one for them. And as I said, ours is going to be great for normal dry skin types as well, combination skin, also sensitive skin, rosacea. Even though it's really not like technically a skin type, we do have people that fall into that category. So you've done your HA Copper Mist, you've done your vitamin C and E serum. Next, you're going to go in with your cream-based product. And with MDPen, we have our gorgeous Revita Peptide Moisture Cream. This is an amazing, all-encompassing, what could be a day cream, what could also be a night cream. This is a moisturizer. Any skin type can pretty much use this product. I myself can be combination. I can run oily, slightly acne prone. I haven't had any issues with this product. This is a biopeptide complex. It has amino acids in it. It does have growth factors, a little bit of vitamin C, shea butter, squalane, HA. Even though it's cream-based, it's light enough, again, that your combination skin types will like it, and even oily skin types will like it too. It also has a growth factor in it particular to the neck, so that makes it extra amazing for applying at the end of facials. So you can definitely apply this on the neck via the chest, the décolleté area, and the face as well. And again, this is going to be an everyday product. This is your everyday moisturizer, your cream-based moisturizer, also great post-procedure. In other instances where you might use a different cream-based product that you retail, again, this is not just, a moisturizer. This has antioxidants, biopeptides, amino acids, squalane. So much more than that. And I'll just go ahead and show it to you guys. That's a single pump. So that's going to be great for face. You can get down the jaw area. 2 pumps you would use for the neck and décolleté. And depending on your particular office or med spa, you should have a designed facial protocol that everyone follows if you are not the only esthetician. So if there's multiple estheticians, if you are a franchise, have something, that they learn upon training that really gives a rundown for facials. I can't stress that enough. Even though people will find, that provider that they really like, maybe it's their personality or something like that. But everyone should kind of do the same thing when they do facials. That way, if someone is, out sick, emergencies happen, they can see someone else and know they're going to get the same great, amazing facial. So not so-and-so did this and so-and-so left this out. So when you go to apply the cream-based product at the end of a facial, in many instances, this can be up to a 10-minute facial massage. So this is a great time to use this Revita Peptide Moisture Cream. And again, I did do a Hello MDPen live event video of this at Spa 520 in Cocoa, Florida, with Sarah Raj, the owner. She's an esthetician and a licensed massage therapist. And I loved seeing her use this product. It was great to see all her different massage techniques at the end of the facial. And she now is an MDPen skincare provider. She absolutely loved the Revita Peptide product. So definitely utilize this when you're doing your, facial skin massage. When you guys apply it at home, you can apply it. I like to do the back of my hand so I don't lose a lot of the product. And then similar to applying a retinol, you could just do, a bit on each side there. And then you can just kind of rub everything in. And when you are doing the neck, you can definitely, you know, rub up on the jawline that way. So that helps you apply the Revita Peptide Moisture Cream. After you've done this, the next step, of course, is sunscreen. You've got to have some protection on your patient prior to them leaving. With MDPen, we do have a broad spectrum SPF 30. This is a UVA, UVB protecting sunscreen. It is a physical and a chemical block. It does have antioxidants in it. It smells amazing, smells like vitamin C. What I love about this sunscreen, it almost has like a lotion consistency to it, and it leaves no powdery residue on the skin whatsoever. So it blends in really well. It's a great product. As you guys know, when you do procedures in your office, you do need people using a physical sunscreen. So you've got to look for that. Never be using purely chemical sunscreens post any procedure in your med spa or office. So this is a very affordable sunscreen. Again, it's going to layer really well over the other products. It's almost like a lotion-based consistency, and it's definitely a powerhouse for antioxidants within that product. So by the time you've ended this facial, you've used the HA Copper Mist, you have used the vitamin C and E brightening serum, you've used your Revita Peptide Moisture Cream, and you've used your sunscreen. So that's 4 products. And as I said, this is a great time to talk about them with your clients, with your customers. You do not want to, I should clarify this, once you've done the the HA Copper Mist, you don't want to put them under an LED light. So if you were looking to use an LED light during the facial, either after the mask, maybe during the mask, depending what type of facial mask you have on them. Of course, you can use our human-derived growth factor gel as your mask during your facials and put them under the LED light with that mask on, or perhaps a different mask. I know some of the jelly masks can be safe under LED lights. I know those are really popular right now, certain biocellulose masks, but you do not want to put someone under an LED light with the copper-based HA Copper Mist. So I just wanted to clarify that. So these are for the end of the facial. You've done everything else. I want to go ahead and open it now for Q&A. I think we already have some questions. How long is the shelf life of your skincare products? So one great thing about MDPen, when you do receive our products, they are dated about 1.5 to 2 years out, typically closer to the 2-year mark. So you do have plenty of time to retail them. They're just like any other skincare. They should be stored in 78 degrees or less. You know, keep them locked in your med spa, keep them in a cabinet, a dark space. Again, don't, you know, turn off the AC on the weekend and leave your products. But as long as you keep them in that type of environment, it's going to be great. Can I use the vitamin C with dermaplaning? Great question. So that'll be on my video next week, which I'll talk about in a minute. Is it normal to break out after getting a facial? So this question comes up a lot, and as providers, estheticians, whatever your license is, you do hear from people, I got a facial, I broke out so bad, I have all this, you know, scarring, which is usually post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. The general answer is going to be no. Now, if you have acne and someone did a facial on you, and they picked, perhaps they did use an ultrasonic scrubber, perhaps they picked your face a certain way, perhaps they spread bacteria, perhaps they picked you and then they did too much massaging and caused too much inflammation, then yes, it's going to make you break out. This is a benefit of going to a med spa or doctor's office for your facials. They're going to be using cleaner products. So they're going to be using products, you know, hopefully MDPen products, but selectively choosing products that will not break out the skin, that will not, you know, bring up any issues like this. So I can't really stress that enough. If you're looking for, you know, a very relaxing facial, something where they're it's more just with the intent to relax. This is where you can go to a day spa. But even in that sense, there's really no excuse at this point in practices to not be clean, carrying the proper products. But I think sometimes it can just be a general mistake of some estheticians. And I think in many instances, we should be moving away from too many manual extractions. So really, looking for open comedones, things like blackheads, that's okay to extract. And that's not going to cause breakouts all over the skin. But when you have estheticians getting into things that are pustular, cystic, anything like that, picking it, then going back in and massaging it, then putting product on it, this is when you can really cause those types of breakouts, and you do need something to suppress. So I hope that answers your question. If you're not currently experiencing acne breakouts at the time of your facial, but you can be prone to acne, always tell your facialist, skincare specialist that. Let them know that, because that may help them too with selecting the proper products for your skin. And if you don't want, certain parts of your skin or breakouts picked at, you can decline it. You can say, please don't extract that area. I'm using this and this on there at home. And this is where, peels are great, guys. For that type of acne, you don't have to conquer it in a facial. You can still do a facial to exfoliate, extract a little bit and infuse. But this is where, you can do things like peels, and microneedling is going to be great for controlling the oiliness, the sebum production, all of these things. A lot of people forget that microneedling is a great way to balance the skin as well. So balancing areas where you're dry, areas where you're oily, things like this. Do facial extractions leave scars? They can. They shouldn't. There's proper ways to extract things, and not everyone knows. We're not all, facial geniuses, but some of the types of pimples can be very relatively small, that can leave things like ice pick scarring. It's not always the big cystic, acne that causes, craters, rolling scars, boxcar scarring. So you really do need to be careful. Don't pick your face, and make sure you're seeing a licensed professional. I do see more questions. Do I need SPF at night? No, you don't. SPF can be worn during the day. You do want to reapply it every 80 minutes or 2 hours during the day. So your SPF should be part of your AM routine. If you do plan to be out in the sun, you need to have it with you, and you need to be reapplying it. So that was, I think, the next question I see there about reapplying. So yes, it's about every 80 minutes, every 2 hours. Again, make sure you're using an SPF with a physical block in it, especially if you're having treatments and whatnot done. Thank you guys so much for participating in this video. So getting back to the vitamin C with dermaplane, next week, which is going to be April, oh my gosh, I will be talking about C-planing, which is a trademark of MDPen. And this is using our vitamin C and E serum with dermaplane. So for those of you that oil plane, you can use this in place of those expensive dermaplane oils that you're buying that really don't have that much to them. And for those of you that only dry plane, I invite you to start oil planing your clients with normal skin, dry skin, tight skin, oily skin. You can still dry plane them. But this C&E is amazing with dermaplaning. So I hope you guys can tune in for that. Again, it's called C-planing with MDPen, and that will be on next week's YouTube live video, Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Again, thank you so much for your participation. Bye.